Hey guys, how's it going? Mies here, back with another Epic 7 video, and today we're going to be going over another Guild Wars analysis. Before we get into things, as always, remember to hit that like button, hit the sub button, ring the bell for notifications, and leave a comment down below if you enjoyed the video or if you have any thoughts. But yeah, let's get into it. So today's Guild Wars against Ambiance. We are currently winning. We have taken down quite a few of their centers, I think, maybe at least one. Yes, I think at least one. I took this one down earlier. I remember that. So I think we're in pretty good shape to win this Guild Wars. But going into the specific attacks, I actually recorded everything beforehand. As you can see, all my attacks are gone, and wanted to go in and break down each of the fights as after they happen, so I could also talk about some of the good parts or shortcomings of each of my offenses and what I thought about each of them. So let's get into it. So in this fight right here, we are up against a Ran Caesarea Cleave, and this one is using a Strauss defense. Now, when I was thinking about this team, I was going to do the usual, of course, Rimuru, Violet, because that immediately blows up the Ran. Violet's really resilient. He can pretty much survive most things if he is lucky / dodges. And Rimuru prevents any of the Caesarea kind of shenanigans. Strauss, I was a little bit worried that I wouldn't outspeed him with my Rimuru, which actually ended up being the case, which is why, again, I brought Violet. If not, I think it could have been pretty tough. Something I could have done to make this fight better is, instead of bringing Violet, I think a Ravi could have also been really good. That way, even if the Strauss took the turn right after Ran, the A Ravi would die and not the maid, and my maid could revive the A Ravi. But instead, what happened was, in this fight, the Strauss went right after the Ran. My Rimuru couldn't cut, and then he killed the maid, and I couldn't do anything about it. So I lost a unit just for nothing. But we ended up winning that one regardless. As always, I think Rimuru is just the bane of this team's existence. It's really hard to deal with. Like, this team just kind of dies because of Rimuru being here. So I think that he kind of, like, him plus another DPS and like some sort of like sustain / reviver / cleanser is always really good, just in case there's any death breaks as well, because Rimuru doesn't dodge 100% of the time. Against water, it's only 50. But yeah, I think this is a really solid comp. But if you don't have Rimuru, Violet with immunity is also really good, because Violet with immunity doesn't get stripped by the Ran. Unless he has symbol immunity, then you have a 15% to get stripped, or 15% to get hit, and then another, however much percent to get stripped. But it's pretty foolproof to have him on immunity as well, because most people don't run Ran on symbol, and even if they do, it's a high chance of you dodging. So you could just do a Violet solo, and then have, like, Maid Chloe Cleanser, and then some other DPS. Again, a Ravi could have worked here, or a Fire Ravi, something like that. Violet should be able to solo this entire team if you have him on immunity. Second team, I am going to say the reason why I went with this team is because, one, Conquer Lilias is a new unit, and I wanted to try her out. Two, she gives Vigor buff, so what ends up happening is my Milim gets real stacked with Vigor and attack buff, and I want to see how much damage that actually ends up doing. 3, Vigor does give us some survivability, so even if, let's say, at the end of the day, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill the RB first. So Commander Lilias goes first, Vigor, strip, attack down, whatever. That nerfs the damage by that team by a lot. Amelia goes, pushes up the Lilibet, then Lilibet blows up the RB. Then we're left with the Belian and the A Ravi. And with that, I don't think that they can kill me before I can kill them, because I have a sustain from Amelia, and we also have Vigor, which increases our survivability. So I don't think my unit's going to be dying, and then I just whittle them down with Milim. That is kind of the thought process behind this team. If you don't have Milim, if you don't have Conquer Lilias is just like there because I think she's fun, right? Because she's a new unit. This team could have been easily done with the usual dark Trozette, Troublemaker Crozet, and Amelia and Milim. This could have also probably been easily soloed by Violet as well. Just do the usual, I don't know, Crozet, whatever. Aureus Knight, Healer, Violet. Aureus Knight Healer is just, again, a very, very good, safe combo. And then having a last DPS. But yeah, so that is how I would recommend approaching this. You could also potentially do an LQC draft where you bring in LQC to kill the Ravi up front, and then you can maybe have like an ML Angie to prevent revive, so then you just kill Vildred afterwards, and then you're left with a solo Belion. You could probably also do an SSB comp here. There's a lot of options for this bottom team. It's not a super strong team. There's a lot of ways to counter it. So, yeah, that's what I would recommend. All right, let's get into the Guild Wars fight. All right, so he S3's, S2's here. S3, he's going to hit my Violet and my Rimuru, and they are going to counter and most likely kill him. He's a really squishy dude. Doesn't have effectiveness either. So, right here, and then Rimuru's probably going to kill him here. Perfect, perfect. Oh, wow, this Stras took a turn. No, my mate Chloe. Damn, she died. Oh, well. We still win this. Just gonna do this to heal up. Make sure he doesn't die. The thing is, Stras has no attack buff, so don't think he's killing any of these units. Yeah. Oh, real close to killing them. And my Violet didn't dodge. A little close for comfort, but we still won. All right. Coolio. So here we are going to S3. And then, let's see here. So I'm going to push Milim up, kill this guy. This girl's going to go for me regardless. So I'm just going to do this so she doesn't get defense buff, I guess. Something like that. Push Milim up. She is super strong. Look at that. Vigor and attack buff. This RV's gone. 26.8k damage. Let's go. Am I gonna heal here? I don't think I need to, so I'm just gonna hit her. Ooh, nice counter. Oh, 10k. Come on, bring in Milim. Bring in Milim. Damn it. Bring in Milim. 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 Ooh, big damage. I'm just gonna S3 here because Milim already has attack buff. And my Lilias is also a little bit hurt. There we go. Oh, I should have just hit the Ravi, actually, because I didn't realize I had a Dragon Buster up because she already countered so many times. Damn, that is... Oh, my God. That is chunking her. So I'm just doing that for the barrier. Let's keep hitting her. Oh, my God. That does so much damage. All right, S3, give everybody vigor again. And then when I S1, I hope I bring in Milim. Milim, please. There we go. Ooh, 14. Oh my God. That just chunked her. All right. End of the first fight. Let's go. All right, so here's the second fight. We are up against an AOL, RB, ML Celine team on the top. And then the bottom, we have a Cerise, Rylet, and Spectenny team on the bottom. So top team, I went with Commander Lilias, Amelia, Milim. Again, Milim is just so good, guys. If you don't have her build, really, you should build her. She's really good. And I don't even have her on the most optimal build either for offense because I use her for my arena or my Guild Wars defense, so I have her on counter. But top team. So here's what I'm thinking. There's a couple things to deal with, right? So we have to deal with the unbuffable and silence from her. We have to deal with the fact that she can revive her team, put immortality on them, and also kind of like deal with crit damage, kind of like an ML can. If you crit her, she counters back, and she can't one shot her either. So it's like those are the couple things I think are the most important to deal with. The RB's just kind of like here, I think, to do damage. There's nothing really too much you need to deal with him, especially if you have Milim here. But and most of the times you just kind of survive the Arby's burst, and then you could kind of take care of him pretty easily. But here's what I was thinking. So Milim can do 2 attacks, right? If you Soul Burner S1, she can attack twice, which means she can deal with ML Celine very, very easily. And then if you go before her, if she doesn't put up her S3, she doesn't really do her counters anymore, right? She doesn't counter you when you're critting her. So the goal is to go before her so I can use Milim to do that combo. So Soulburn S1 into S3 to just kill her. The kind of the, I guess, the part that prevents that from happening is his AOL, right? If I get unbuffable and silenced by AOL, then I can't do that combo because Milim doesn't get pushed up. She, can't kill. Because of that, this team gets to do their thing. If you were on a speed Milim, you would still be able to do that, except you would use. I usually use Symbol of Unity, but this time I was using Book on her. And if you had a speed Milim, you could just use Book on her and do that because Celine's kind of like built like paper usually. So even if you don't have attack buff or anything, you should still be able to just Soul Burn S1 into S3 her, and she would still die. So that's the reason why if you do the speed build of Milim, I think it's better. But in this case, I wasn't able to do that because I have a slow Milim, which is why I have the melee here. Which means I also have to deal with getting silenced, right? That's why I brought Conqueror Lilias, Commander Lilias, whatever it is, Sea Lilias here, because she can provoke her and push her back so she doesn't do that to my entire team. Now, you do risk getting 15% in here. So that's the troublesome part, right? But because of the way my Milim's built, I kind of have to run that risk. So that's how I dealt with the first team. Second team, I'm just gonna ran Ciceria cleave them because I know I have info that this Rylet right here is on pen set, so he doesn't have immunity. So I don't have to worry about hitting him to strip him. Even if the Cerise goes first before my Ran, it doesn't really do anything to me, right? All it affects is that maybe my Ciceria can't like push up, but that shouldn't be a problem. Even I think my Ciceria is faster than this team, which it was at the end of the day. And also I have here AOL to prevent anything from happening. I could just unbuffable them and silence them so they don't do enough damage to kill. The other reason why I brought AOL is because of Book to give me souls. So if I get 15%ed or whatever, I can land more bombs. The goal is to just kill 2 of these units and leave 1 unit left. Of course, Remnant Violet is the #1 target to kill because he can solo the team. And let's say I kill Remnant Violet and Cerise, right? We're left with the Spectenny, which will not be able to solo my team. Or we kill Remnant Violet and Spectenny. The Cerise can't solo my team. So that's the goal of this comp, and just blow them up quickly. If you don't have this comp, what I would recommend is you could do a Landy comp. Landy is really good against Spectenny, also really good against Rylet, and she is not threatened by the Cerise either. So you could just do like a Knight, Soul Weaver, Landy, ideally a Reviver. And then if you have Crow as your Knight, you could also end up S3ing the Remnant Violet if he gets lower and you haven't killed him yet. Landy prevents, she has reach to kill the Spectenny, prevents the counters from the, or she just does enough damage to kill the Remnant Violet usually. It's a very good comp, very good option for this. But yeah, you can also use, I would not recommend using single target for this. It could work if you killed fast enough, but I just recommend the Landy Crow and Ruel team, or Landy Crow Soul Weaver. But yeah, Hopefully that helps. Let's get into the fight. Oh, cool, that's better. All right, so we're gonna S3 here, and then here's the iffy part. So we S3 here, and then we gotta land this provoke. Okay, perfect. Oh my god, if that provoke didn't land, that would have been iffy. Okay, perfect. So right here, we're gonna S1 her, soul burn, and then we're gonna S3 and then kill her, so we don't have to deal with her shenanigans at all. And I'm pretty sure this RB is not gonna kill. Okay, nice, and he missed too. So she's gonna go into there, and then I am just going to, let's see. I don't think I'd even need to S3 because she's silenced, but that doesn't matter at all. So I'm gonna do this. Ooh, nice dual attack. Just Bastion. That is a weird artifact to have on her. Okay. It's gonna S3 here. That's fine. It's gonna strip my Milim's attack, my Milim's attack and evasion buff at that, but I don't think that really matters. Arby's just dead here. Well, he's not gonna die from this probably, but he will be dead. I don't think it really matters too much. There we go. Even if he gabs, I should still be fine. Oh my god, that was close. Oh my god. Oh, he's dead here. That was a little iffy. That could have gone really badly, but we still made it out. So this is also another very much a YOLO comp, but you know what? I think we'll be fine. Just gonna do this. Wow, that Tenebria, that Esteti is really fast. She's like 230. Yeah. All right, so we're just gonna S3 here. So wow, the Esteti is almost dead. So I don't need to worry about these two units. I just need to bomb this one. And then, oh, I didn't strip, so I gotta try it again. What? Oh, it's because I had miss. Oh, it's because she's water. That's right. I'm stupid. Either way, this is over. I luckily landed on the 2 targets that actually mattered. Even if it landed on, even if it didn't land on Spectania, I think it would have been fine because we had Aola coming to back up. She gave us all skill nullifier. So this is just over. GG. All right, for this last fight here, I went with kind of a very YOLO team on the bottom, but I'll explain why I went with that in a little bit. So top team, we are up against the Trozette, Ruel, Violet comp. I think this is very, very weak, especially to Milim, who counters both Ruel and the Violet. So, as usual, I just go up there with a Milim, Amelia to push her up, AOL to just, just in case anything happens, like, I don't know, I somehow miss the Violet because there still is a 5% chance for you to miss. And yeah, silence everybody, but also bring the book. Because I was thinking in my mind, what if this Violet's extremely tanky, right? And I can't kill with just S3 here. Let's bring a book so I can soul burn S1 into S3 just in case. Worst thing that happens is I kill the Violet with my S1 because he's too squishy, so opposite. Ruel revives, but then after that, my Milim could still just solo him. It doesn't matter. This seems very weak. Single DPS lineup is very weak. I would not recommend anybody use a lineup like that. Second team. For this team, it's a little bit tough to go up against if you don't have the right units because the C Lilias is going to give Vigor, which is going to give the Rylet a ton of damage because he's going to have Pen Set, Vigor, and also he just, attack buff S3 does a ton of damage to anything. So pretty much anything that doesn't have any sort of damage mitigation is going to die to that. There's no exception. Like, most units are going to die to that, regardless. So my goal, and was to prevent that from happening, to prevent the Violet from blowing something up. But so when I was saying earlier, I went with a very YOLO team because actually I didn't need to double win this tower. I only needed to hit it once, like basically win one fight, and then the tower would be down. So my second fight wouldn't matter. So that's why I went with this kind of YOLO team, because for me, my goal, I'm a lazy person. My goal is to just win fights like as quick as possible, easy as possible. So I thought this team would be fun and interesting to see if it would work. The thought process is that the Lilias will go S3, and then Politis will S2. It would, you know, it would do her S2 AoE, and then bring in Caesarea to land bombs. And I know for a fact that this Violet does not have immunity, so it could land a bomb on him. It doesn't matter if I strip him or not. So lands the bombs, lands two of them, one on whoever, and then after that, I was expecting to, if I landed a bomb on RB, I wouldn't hit him. I'd just leave him be. Well, Politis. And then if I didn't land it on him, I would use Politis to, S1 burn and kill him, and then S3. But I actually ended up getting 15%. So that was a tough part. But yeah. And if the bomb didn't land on him, I would just put a bomb on him with Caesarea, and then I was thinking that because she's attack down, it wouldn't kill the RB. So I would, at the end of the day, try to kill the Violet, which I did, and then stun / do as much damage as I can to the C Lilias, and leave RB with not dying, because if he didn't die, what would happen is he'd get stunned. My Politis would get to go, and I wouldn't have done double soul burn if that was the case with my Caesarea, and then I could do soul burn with Politis, kill him, and then S3, he'd be blinded. He wouldn't do that much damage. But I got 15%, so that didn't work out. The other thing I could have done to make this better is if my Trozette was on the CR push EE instead of the healing one. That would have pushed Politis up enough to lap the RB at one point and then kill him eventually as well. There were a couple of mistakes here that I made that could have made this team work, but it was also a highly volatile team anyways, and I would not recommend people doing this team unless the win didn't really matter, which in this case, that was the case. Something I would recommend instead. So I would recommend Trozette still, and then a Ruel or a Mate or some healer light bait in the back with like Proof of Valor, or maybe it's like Water's Origin or something, to make sure they don't die to the Ryla S3. Then I'd use something like a Milim, or I would use like a Zahak or something as the attacker, and just blow up the Violet after that. Zahak's a little tougher because he's kind of usually squishier, but that's kind of why the Ruel's there, right? You could also use Violet. Violet is decent against Rylet, but for me, ultimate goal is to reduce the RNG, right? So Milim probably would have been the better choice, and then the top team, instead of Miliming it, I would have just Landied it, because that team's also really successful Landy. But yeah, I also, part of me didn't want to use Milim because she only has a 40% hit rate, right, buff, so she'd still be missing 30% of the time on the Rylet, which was a little bit iffier for me. The one team that I saw my guild do that was really consistent and really good, from what I could tell, was ML Haste, Maid Chloe, LQC. So the ML Haste would give a buff when the entire team, or when RB gets killed and everybody gets revived. You get really tanky. Maid Chloe would soak up all the damage from the Rylet by wearing, I think, Proof of Valor is probably what you'd use. And then your LQC just does a ton of damage and basically just kills them really quickly. So I thought that the team was really successful for this, but I didn't go with it because my maid was dead. But yeah, there's some ideas for going up against team. It's a pretty good team. I think it's kind of hard to deal with. The Violet hits really hard, but I do think there are some counters. But you kind of have to have the right units, unfortunately. So yeah, hopefully that helps you guys do this. Enjoy the fight. All right, let's do this. This is some real creative strategy that I'm going for here on the bottom team. I don't know if it's going to work, but I really hope that it does, because that would make life so much easier. Let's make sure we have the right artifacts. We have nice. Okay, book on her. Nice. And what are you doing on Amelia here? Amelia. Nice. Got Magahara's on her. Perfect. Let's do this. Let's hope this works. I have no clue if it will or not. So S3 there, S2 here into her, and then we just... Oh shoot, I didn't... No, that's right. That's fine. I'm gonna soul burn S1 just in case, because I don't know how tanky this guy is. Okay, and then... So he wasn't that tanky, which is nice. But perfect. Extinct him. The only risk there was, like, if he was really squishy, like, he would get killed in one shot, but I don't think he was that squishy. Like, you don't build a Violet like that these days, right? So, let's just give her attack buff. And we'll just start hitting these fools. Ruel's probably going to heal somebody at some point. So, let's see if we can silence her. Nice, we can. She's on proof, so she's, like, extra squishy. But that's totally fine. Maybe I should have S3'd there just to cycle quicker. Because at this point, I'm not really in, like, danger of dying. So it really doesn't matter if I spend my healing resources. Let's continue to try to silence her. Nice. Ooh. Nice. Got that Millen Buster. Or Dragon Buster. I'm not going to do that because she already has attack buff. And she's going up next. So we're going to do that. She's still silenced. I'm just going to do this to strip. That way next time a Millen comes up, I pretty much kill for sure. Oh, and I didn't strip. Oh, well. I think I should still be fine. Just going to push her up because I don't know if these guys might lap. They might not. Who knows? She has a soul burn now, so I just do this. And then he's dead. And then Ruel's no target to revive. So this was a very, very straightforward fight. The next fight, though, we will have to see. It could be a bit tough. I'm just going to do this to give her attack buff. She's going to do her Millen Buster after this. These Ruel on proof are just more annoying than anything. Like, when you run a single DPS lineup like that, that's just asking to get wrecked. I know I'm running a single DPS lineup of my defense, but I wanted to see how strong the combo was. And you know what? After this Guild War, I can proudly, or not proudly, confidently say that the lineup was not all that strong. So I'm going to change my Guild Wars defense next Guild Wars. Cool. So this one is easy. Next fight is the tough one. So my thought process is here. She's going to use her S3. I'm going to get pushed up by her right here. So she's going to push herself up. And then she's going to push herself up. And then she's going to do that onto him, which is fine. And then here is the iffy part, right? So I am going to just... Oh, shoot. It didn't land bombs on, like, anyone. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit iffy. It just landed on one, and it got resisted on the other, which is annoying. So, oh, that hit. Nice. So I am going to do this. So I'm going to bomb him. Nice, that hit. And that also got rid of evasion, but it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to bomb him. Nice. And then we are going to S3 here. And that's going to kill the Violet. And it might kill the Arby, which is a little iffy. Okay, if it kills the Violet... Oh, a double... Oh my god, freaking Gabs. But this is why I put the Politis in the back instead of the Seaside. Oh my god, he caps again. This is iffy. Let's see. Does this hit? Nope. This is not hit. I think I'm dead here. But we'll see. So he... Oh my god, he triple gabbed. This guy's nuts. Okay, so we get this here. Hopefully it strips. Nice, it hit. And then if this hits, I think I'm golden. Oh my god, it didn't hit. Please, stun, 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 stun. No, it didn't stun. Oh my god, I think I lost. Oh, it's because that bomb didn't hit at the beginning. Oh my god. I got 15%ed. Oh my god. Whatever. That was all I needed to win. But oh my god. I got 15%ed. Luckily that last loss didn't matter. But man, if I didn't get 15%, I would have won.